Welcome back to the Greenbrier. My name is Laura Witt. I'm the beverage training manager and mixologist here at our resort. Today I'm going to be leading you through 5 of our spring cocktails. You're going to have the recipe as well as watch along, and I empower you to make them at home. Our first cocktail we're going to make today is going to be a violet Tom Collins. So you're going to start with your highball. You're going to want to fill that all the way up with ice. This is going to be an easy cocktail. You're just going to build everything right in that glass. So our first spirit we're going to use is going to be Empress Gin. This is actually colored with pea flower coloring, so it's this beautiful purple color. But when you add a little bit of citrus to it, it can change colors, so a nice little surprise. So our ounce for this is going to be 1.5 ounces. And you can pour that right in. Our next flavoring agent that we're going to add is going to be creme de violet. This is just a violet liqueur, so we're not only giving it a little sweetness, we're also giving it this beautiful violet color and flavoring. This is only going to be 1/2 ounce. Again, another purple color. Now, Tom Collins always has a little bit of citrus, and it's usually lemon, so we're going to add 1/2 ounce of lemon juice to this. And our last ingredient is going to be topped with club soda. See how that changed from a beautiful dark purple to a lighter, almost ombre effect in the glass? Our last piece that we're going to add is just going to be our garnish, and I just did lemon wheels. You can slide that right in, and you get a straw and dig on in. Enjoy. Our next cocktail is going to be a Saint Germain spritz. With the temperatures warming up, you're going to want something that's going to cool you off. So you're going to start with your wine glass. You're going to fill that with ice, almost all the way to the top, and do be careful. Just to about there. Our first ingredient that we're going to add is going to be 1 ounce of vodka. I'm choosing to use kettle, but use what your heart desires. Our next ingredient is going to be Saint Germain. This is an elderflower liqueur. This is going to bring nice, sweet floral notes to your spritz. And this is also going to be a 1 ounce pour. We're going to give this just about a 1 ounce splash of club soda to give a little carbonation. Just about that. And then top all the way up with your Prosecco. You choose to do a Prosecco because Prosecco is going to be a little sweeter over a Brut champagne. And what we want here is a nice, bright, somewhat sweet but balanced cocktail. Easy to drink when it's really hot outside. All right, our last ingredient is we're going to use our mint sprig. Give it a little slap just to activate the oils on it. Place that right in the glass. And again, I like to use lemon wheels. Go ahead, add that in there and enjoy. Our next cocktail that we're going to make and enjoy is going to be an orange sickle. Now you can find this at some of our outlets here in the hotel, but you'll definitely be able to find this option down at the Treetops Cafe, which is our outdoor pool. So first, you're going to build it into your shaker. So when you use a shaker, this smaller part is actually your lid. This is where you're going to build all of your ingredients within it. So you're going to fill that all the way up with ice. Our main ingredient that we are going to use, is going to be a cream orange moonshine. So this one's a little tricky, so sometimes you got to pop the top. We're going to use 1.5 ounces of this. And this is by Old Smoky, the distillery out of Tennessee. Our next ingredient that we're going to use is going to be Cointreau. This is an orange liqueur. Doubling down on that orange flavor, we're going to use 3/4 ounce of that. To get that creamy effect that we want, we're going to use pina colada mix here. We're going to use about 3/4 of that in there. And just a little bit of orange juice, just about 1/4 ounce. So again, what we're looking for in this cocktail, we want bright orange citrus, but a creamy element to it as well. And then we're just going to shake. This one can be strained over fresh ice, or as we in the industry call it, a dirty dump, poured right into your glass if you're in that big of a hurry to enjoy it. And then we're going to garnish it with an orange wheel. You can either float it right on top, or I like to curl mine to the side. Enjoy. We're going to be making a strawberry coconut margarita. You'll definitely be able to find this one at Treetops. You can either find it on the rocks, or if you like it blended, we can certainly make that happen. So first, at home, what you're gonna wanna do is you're gonna get your Boston shaker. You're gonna wanna fill your top. Your top is the smaller part of the two-piece set. And fill that with ice. So margarita is actually a Mexican word for a daisy, and a daisy is actually a sour. So we're gonna start with our tequila. Today we're gonna be using Patron Silver as our base, but you can use whatever tequila that you prefer. And we're gonna use 2 ounces. Our next ingredient that we're gonna use is Cointreau. This is an orange liqueur, lends bright, beautiful citrus to your cocktail. We're gonna do 1 ounce. Our next ingredient is going to be strawberry puree. We're also gonna use 1 ounce of this. Got 1 ounce of strawberry puree right here. Then we're gonna add 1 ounce of pina colada mix, or you could use cream of coconut. I wanted to use pina colada mix because it adds a little extra layer of pineapple in there too. Perfect for when you're sitting out in the sun by the pool, or even the kiddie pool. You're soaking up the rays and you wish you were down in Cuba. And then our last ingredient is we're gonna use lime juice. This is gonna be just about 3/4 of an ounce for that citrus element. And then bring our Boston shakers together and we're gonna shake. Gonna strain right into our glass. And then garnish with a lime wheel. And that's the strawberry coconut margarita. Enjoy. We're gonna be making my favorite cocktail that I was enjoying before I got pregnant, and it's called a Clover Club. So you're gonna start with your Boston shaker. You're gonna take about 5 to 6 raspberries, fresh raspberries. You could use any kind of berries that you like. The traditional recipe calls for raspberries, but if you have any sort of berries that are going bad in your refrigerator, throw them in. Why waste them? And we're just gonna muddle that up. Muddling, what we're doing is we're breaking down that berry to get its juices out. You do the same thing with herbs to express and get the oils out. And then our first ingredient is, you could use vodka or gin. The traditional cocktail calls for a gin. Here today we're gonna use Ketel One vodka, and we're gonna do 2 ounces of it. All right, our next ingredient is going to be 1 ounce of simple syrup, as well as 1 ounce of lemon juice. So in a Clover Club, you want a balanced ratio between your sweetness and your citrus. So that's why you do 1 ounce, or 3/4 and 3/4. Our next ingredient and our last is going to be egg white. Now, if you are allergic to egg whites, you can always use aquafaba, which is actually chickpea water. Comes right in the can. You can strain out the chickpea water and use that. Or there are these bitters that are called fee foam bitters that are a substitute for egg whites. So you're gonna add 1 ounce in there. And then in this cocktail, you're gonna need a little arm strength because you're gonna dry shake for about 20 seconds first. Then you'll add your ice and then you'll shake again for about 10-15 seconds just to get the shaker tin frosted and cold. And then you'll strain it right into your glass, and then we'll get to the garnishing then. Now we're gonna add our ice into our shaker, seal it and shake again. Again, just to get your tin frosted. And we're gonna strain right into our martini glass. And what you're looking for is you're looking for this foamy consistency that starts to pool on top. You're gonna let this sit just for a few seconds, and you'll start to see the egg whites will separate from the cocktail and start to pull up to the top, at which point you'll have a foam head, and then you can go ahead and add your garnishes. Today we're gonna add some rose petals, as well as the traditional garnish, which are raspberries. Perfect for Valentine's Day, or any spring or summer day, or any day that you desire one. Enjoy.